Chains to Chancel, The Incredible Odyssey of Samuel Ajayi Crowther. This is the story of a boy who was stolen from his home, stood for a handful of buttons, but rose to become one of the most influential figures in African history. If you believe in resilience and the power of destiny, this story is for you. Born in 1809 in Oshogun, modern-day Oyo State, Nigeria, young Ajayi lived a peaceful life until he was 12 years old. One morning, his village was raided by slave merchants. In the chaos, Ajayi's mother was captured alongside himself and his sister. He was traded multiple times, once even for a horse, before being sold to Portuguese slave traders at the coast. Ajayi was packed onto a cramped, dank slave ship, headed for the Americas. He thought his life was over, but fate had a different plan. The British Royal Navy was then patrolling the Atlantic to stop slave trade. Intercepted the ship. Ajayi was rescued and taken to Freetown, Sierra Leone, a colony for liberated Africans. In Freetown, Ajayi was cared for by the Church Missionary Society, CMS. He was a brilliant student with a hunger for knowledge. In 1825, he was baptized and took the name Samuel Crowther. He didn't just learn English, he mastered Latin, Greek, and Hebrew. He eventually traveled to England to study at Islington College and later returned to Africa as a teacher and a clergyman. In one of the most emotional moments in history, Crowther joined a mission to the Niger region in 1841. Years later, in a miraculous twist of providence, he was reunited with his mother and sisters in Abeokuta. He had left her as a terrified slave boy. He returned as a respected man of God. He eventually baptized his own mother, giving her the name Hannah. Crowther knew that for the gospel to touch hearts, it had to be in the native tongue. He performed a monumental feat. He compiled the first Yoruba dictionary. He translated the Bible into Yoruba, known as Bíbélì Mímọ́. He worked on translations for the Igbo and Nupe language. Despite the deep-seated critical prejudice in the 19th century, Samuel Ajayi Crowther's brilliance could not be ignored. On St. Peter's Day in 1864, he was consecrated at Canterbury Cathedral as Bishop of the Niger Territory. He became the first African bishop in the Anglican Church. Bishop Ajayi Crowther proved that your beginning do not define your end. He turned his scar into stars and used his freedom to liberate the minds of millions through education and faith. He passed away in Lagos on December 31st, 1891, but his legacy lives on in every Yoruba Bible opened and every school built in his name. Thanks for watching. This story is brought to you by Ahmed Rashid.